I'm a single host named as QuickYark, called as QR Cam, or you can call me QRK or QuickYark, whatever you want to call or love to call. Now, I'll be your single host for the rest of the tournament, right? So yeah, we got the roadmap here. The semi-final stages are gonna held for single days. Like you only would have 5 games per group, and yes, this is Group 8 today, so we only would have 5 matches, and only the top 9 teams after 5 games would get qualified to the next grand finale. And the next night on the 17th March, on this the holy month of Ramadan, so definitely the next day would be for Group B on the semi-finals stages, and then from that Group 2, after 5 games, the top 9 teams will be qualified to the grand finale. And that is the roadmap of semi-finals, and that is how we're getting our finalists on the final stage, and those will be the 18 teams in total. They will just fight for the glory, fight for the championship title. So it's only the qualifier stage. So let's talk about the participants and also the map rotations. Now at first the game is on Miramar, then we will have Virangel, then one will be of Rondo, then the rest of the 2 are Irangel and Miramar. So you are counting 2 Miramars, 2 Irangels and 1 Rondo, and the very first match you have is from the Miramar map. Now I see the teams. It's Double O Esports, Double O DIVA, XTREME Esports, NTR Esports, Syndicate, LF AKAZAYA, LOVINS KAGE VI, DCM DMT, BLK, LOVINS VZZ, and also OPZ. VE ISSLxNRC, another Sri Lankan team, I can see that. XFxLEGENDS, DEU Esports, ST Gravity, DDX Esports, VAD Esports, DX B Club, FNxTOP ESPORTS, Dark Horse, and DYD. Also, I can count another team, and that would be MAKPEN. Okay, after a long time, actually, a lot of days, I see the team. I see the team participating on a tournament. Now, give me a second. Yep, I'm good. Okay. 18 teams. Now the teams have been eliminated. Okay, but I say 3 of the teams have been eliminated. XTR, OPZ, and GR. But which are the teams, those who would count those points? MAKPEN. Yeah, they're the table toppers with 4 eliminations. This is a great team. MAKPEN, as I'm talking about, this team must be qualified. KAGE, TEU, and DXP. Okay, I'm not taking any sides. I'm just talking about their previous performances. And now I see team DMTs. Okay, they're losing their teammate. YSX in by Nix with an S12K. That is such a great quiz by the Strays side, and it's great. It's great. Now it's the clash actually, and they must deal with it to clean their close combats, close ranges. YSX is going in with a lot of ladies. One of the grenades to the Molotov has been charged inside and is still there, just maintaining the ground position too. The second compound is clean, so they can make a move in to the next compound, but they must be careful about the ladies. And there is another team might be having a plan to count them in inside of this triple threat game, Double O DIVA. Now I'd love to make a little bit of okay, nothing. Let me text something. Don't know. Yeah, I'm back. Now, I was talking about the drop class battles, right? DXPs, they're counting in. themselves in a clash. DOs, they're counting in themselves. Team MAKPENs, Team NTRs, Team BLKs. These are the 5 teams in the first brawl on this first stage. Now, the rotations, I do not know nothing about the rotations, but I have seen them fighting on some other lobbies. So definitely I know some of the players and some of the teams and some of the plans. Now, this is Team AKZ, means AKAZAYA from Sri Lanka, I hope so. Itachi, Ila, Manu and Mahu. These are the players I got introduced with, and now this team has got a big plan. They're just getting close with Team Syndicate. Maybe they might chase the Syndicate down as this team just reached onto this higher atmosphere and just got some bullets which was actually tracing their vehicles, and somehow before even the vehicle gets flipped out, one of the members came in with the support of the buggy, and somehow he actually did a great job by actually making the things happen. I hope the sounds are yeah, I hope the sounds are okay. Sometimes I do not see any of the markers from Discord, but it's okay. This is the semi-final stage and it's the first match. We got 5 matches, but before we finish the first match, I'd like to tell you something. That is, on every kind of tournament, the first 3 matches are counted as 0-point shuffle matches. Definitely. So on this first game, only the teams can do is collect as much as point as they can. Yeah, as much points as they can. And from the next 2 games, I mean to talk about the first 3 games, no one will be the table topper and no one will be the bottom teams, because on the very 4th game they can make a great comeback. Yes, so our main competition starts from the 4th game and the 5th game, and at first, the first 3 games we're gonna analyze the teams. It's Team VE ISSLxNRC, and we see DIVA here scouting out. He knows where the player is, made the first knock. Definitely understands there might be some flanks out there to get the support for Team TDP. I'm going with the tags here, but that team should be FNxTOP ESPORTS, not TDP. It's Top Esports. Yeah, another Sri Lankan team. So we got lots of Sri Lankan team, right? Okay, we got lots of Maldives teams. Yeah, how many Maldives teams are there? Esports, DIVA, XTREME Esports, NTO Esports, Syndicate, AKAZAYA, LOVINS, KAGE, VI, and also DCM, DMT, BLK, LOVINS, VZZ, and also OPZ. These are the Maldives teams and also Sri Lankan teams. And I see BT. Okay, from BT, there are 3 teams too: Dark Horse, DYD, and MAKPEN. And that's where Team MAKPEN stands. The first 4 points. Also, Team KAGE has taken 3, and DU has made their first 3 intro, and DXP is 2. There we see DOX and V8. Oh, I would like to expect the live link from my brother Alberto today in DM. So brother, if you hear me, you can send me the live link so that I can watch out like how many audiences are there to welcome us, and also not for the audiences, also to watch out like supporters for the teams. Right now, I do know that there might be someone interesting, interested to watch out the competitions, but yeah, we see DCM DMT not being able to survive anymore as he was being chased away from the next compound in this Los Leones city. So that's how the first intro was made by Team DXP. Yep, that was Team Double O Diva. And now look at them. They're getting a second knock here. Is it Team TDX? I guess so, but no, it's Team DDX. Yep, it's another Sri Lankan team which has been in problem. They're losing Nafla while YSX tried to trace out one of the player from the vehicle so that he can stop them from getting close, but no, it's Lucifer. Okay, I was watching she tried to, not she, but he tried to chase down one of the players from the vehicle, but Lucifer had a flank angle, and he actually delivered the blow. Now I copied the link, and let me share the link to the broadcast so that some of my people can see where I did cast it, or I'm trying to do cast here, and which teams I'm just watching for now. Give me a second, and we are getting close. Right. Now I've shared the link to my socials, and I hope so some of our lovers will just come in. And now if team VE ISSL starts the game, then we should watch them for now, as VE ISSLxNRC is also fighting back with the MAKPEN. Yeah, team KAGE also fighting with team DXP. Lots of battles losing, but we saw the final player of MAKPEN, and that's how team MAKPEN, the team which took the first 4 elimination points on the semi-final stage from Group A, got taken out. Only the rest of the 16 teams are left. We lost total 5 teams from the beginning to this third stage. One of the team would be MAKPEN, then DCM, team XTR, team OPZ, and team GRs. Now we know what's happening inside. So the rotation paths are not so clean, and definitely for the reason, if the team tries to get inside in the play zone area, they are getting chased away, and also some of them are losing the players by the slammings, or also from the rotation being executed by the teams. In a VE ISSLxNRC vehicle that was running so fast, I get that that did had a speed of 140 km/h, so 140 it was in speed, but one of the players was stuck out, and AKAZAYA Manu took out that player. That was VOD would be taken out. So DDX is put on screen, making the path towards 2,000 meters away for the next stage, where BLK Poison is fighting with Horse, and one of the players from Horse was taken out. That was maybe Dark Horse. Yeah, Team Dark. I think the second player in the bleed out situation, BLK, has made 2 of the knocks in the painting. There, Team Syndicate comes in on the kill feed and takes out the V8 DIVA with the mini 40. Another point will be counting in. V8 counts 2, DDX counts 2, but DDX in a brawl with Team Nave. Now ISSL Sana comes back again on the kill feed and takes out Cherry with an M4. Then Dark Horse uses a grenade in hand. It's not so bad, but okay, lots of battles are happening at the same time. Poison, well, he's looking out for Dark Horse's flanks. Maybe he got one, yeah, but he needed to make a momentum for him to heal up. There comes the situation. Shots him down directly, and Poison would love to reload his AUG. There comes in, and look at that. Scoop got the back end of the team, and Team BLK just completed their first elimination towards Dark Horse. We lost another team to here before the 4th zone comes in. Still 1 more minutes to go to get a new shrinked zone. That will be 4th, and we are here with 15 teams alive. But there, some of the teams are weak for now, as they are not having their team members alive to compete with. That will be Team V8, but an interesting fact is Team V8 has gotten the center point of this third stage. Even after this zone shrinks, V8 can expect a new zone support, and that might change the game a little. Even if you can just get one of the points from the placement, that might benefit you a lot if it is a neck-to-neck competition on the leaderboard. But for now, Team AKAZAYA comes back again on the kill feed and takes another knock. And AKAZAYA, or LF AKAZAYA, even if they makes the knock, they cannot go for the finishes, because as they're sharing a mid-range in this brawl. But I don't think so that without getting to the knocks, this team is getting their slamming inside of that compound where Team V8 are holding right now. Not V8, that is a different team. Yeah, W Sports on screen once again. And from the kill feed, it's Jimmy to take out another knocks. ISSL Sana to make the counter attack against KAGE. And we just lost LOVINS KAGE VI. Yeah, LOVINS KAGE 6 kind of. Not bad. BLKs are also losing their players, and BLKs recap. And look at that. Syndicate's Cloud getting this next knock against BLK while he scoops. He was having a backhand from the team, but how he got to the front line, I do not know. BLK has got 2 more players left. One can make the rescue and the other can deal with the rest of the players of Syndicate. But hey, you better watch out for Team Syndicate as they're getting close. Odin understood what the situation, took the shotgun in hand. There are not only 1 but 2 players, and that's a surprise for Odin. Cloud taking the kill, and V2 would be the final player left from BLK, who has been in a locked out situation from Syndicate. Math knows where he is. Getting backstabbed from multiple angles, and that's how Team BLKs are gone too far now. We're down to 13 teams inside on this 4th stage. And there we see Team Syndicate with their first 7 eliminations. 150 meters more to go to get the rotation done inside of the zone. That's it. Team ISSLs. Now they're counting 10 eliminations. The first team I see would be Team Nave, who is having 11 in terms of the aggression. Nave on the leaderboard on top. Then Sana once again making a new knock with it's not going so great for AKAZAYA. They would expect an hard cover for now, and the rescue must be successful. The first match, still it's yet balanced. 12 teams as we lost another team. FN1 just got taken out. KLF AKAZAYA inside of the compound, still hoping for the next zone to be straightened on this part of this northern side of the map, where Team Syndicate and the Plainton CD made a new knock. That means they have got a good target. For the second target. Oh, look at that shot. ST99 made the knock from such a long range, and that's how the pre-fires are working well. NTR Esports, while this team is facing the casualty, now they cannot go through and they cannot rescue. So all the thing that the team can do is to just watch out for the player to be getting eliminated. It is NTR Esports indeed. Take out Team Syndicate. The revenge could be possible here, but too quick has missed the shot and too fast. Oh, nice. What? The names were so entertaining. It's too fast and too quick. Are they judging too quick, or are they making the movement too quick? Let's find out. Sasti took out Nick and defended the player, but YSX still 1 more play to go. Team Syndicate has gotten the encounter. YSX, no times left, and Team Syndicate just directly slammed inside and then took out the team completely. The top 10 teams, and look at this. Team Syndicate, not only they're dealing with teams and slamming into them, they're also trying to gate and also break the gates so that their entry path becomes smooth. It's Team VE Esports which lost the whole team and the opportunity to make more points from the game. Now they finished on the top 10th position, and we see Team VE ISSLxNRC on top with 12 points. And look at this. Stay watching out for Manu and took him out, where Manu had no idea where Shasti is, but Shasti is so active and he knows where the players can be, whether it's inside of the compound or whether it's a visual from the window. And now Team Syndicate, I see them. It's a little bit of aggressive, or far more aggressive than you might imagine from the start, because you only need to be alive in the top 9 teams to get qualified to the grand finals. But now you are just dominating the whole lobby. It's the first game, and Team Syndicate thinks we should get as much points as possible. It's ISSL once again took out Tattoo, and the Raptor made a grenade. Then Sasti comes in again with Team Syndicate, took out Cloud. Sasti made this knock, and Cloud is just bleeding out and then got taken out by Jimmy. ISSL, as quickest as possible, they secured the elimination point before the intensity has been taken out. but Team Syndicate has had a big responsibility on the back end too to defend, and then the grenade comes close, and one of the grenades were enough to eliminate the whole team. Team Syndicate, was that a surprise or not? Yeah, that was a surprise. Team Syndicate got taken out just like that with a single grenade. It was amazing. But XFxLEGENDS, while Raptor tried so desperately to be inside in the compound to mid and hard cover, but no, he was getting backstabbed, and then Chapter was not aware of the flank angles of Raptor's teammate. That's AKAZAYA, the team which is trying to interfere with the battles. But VE ISSL says, not gonna lie, we're the dominators, and we're gonna dominate until it's the end of the first game. They're trying to impress me or what? I don't know, but it's impressive to see a team dominating this far. Look at this. The angles are such accurate. They knows where to be and how to be in to be engaged with the teams and make them getting engaged with you, so that just, you know, your plan gets succeeded. The execution style from VE ISSL Noob Alliance, it's great. Lucifer finishing another player. Look at that. Trusty taking another 2 eliminations by eliminating too quick and too fast. Both of the players were from the same team. Now it's team VE ISSL. Once again, Lucifer is getting more aggressive using the assault rifle. Yeah, bolt action rifle, not assault. Now then Ela eliminated another player of DU. He's the final top 3 teams, gentlemen. It's the very first game, and team VE ISSL Noob Alliance showed how much better they can be with 24 total eliminations inside from this lobby. This only single team just takes the highest number of points, and I do know them. I have seen them playing before, but not this much. It's 24 eliminations. Can you believe it? Now it's to AKAZAYA, which has encountered, and now eliminating the first player. AKAZAYA made a big comeback here. It's going to be the final 2 teams. Jimmy, that encounter was needed. It's a 2v2 for now. Both are in the same position, but now AKAZAYA lost another one because of the angle of Shasti. It's a 1v2. Team VE ISSLNRC ISSL needs the final kill to make sure that the chicken gets in their position. The grenade comes for Manu, as Manu was hiding behind, but Manu knows the 2 players in 2 different angles. And now Jimmy tries to find a better angle, but if Manu makes one of the knocks, it might get crazy for Team VE ISSL. But after all of this, maybe they couldn't find out where the player is. Okay, the grenade comes close. Sasti knows where the player is. Manu got caught up red-handed. Now Jimmy and Sasti both are using the grenades. The grenade comes in. And before the grenade comes in, the player rescued up, and he tried to do an 1v1, but just to eliminate the player with a shotgun in hand. Such a weapon choice at the end of the game. And the chicken dinner comes for Team VE ISSL Noob Alliance at the very first match. Gentlemen, you were watching 00 South Asian Clash Season 1. This is the semi-final, and only the top 9 teams are getting qualified to the grand finals. And the first match goes for VE ISSL Noob Alliance with a huge number of elimination points. Means only from the first game this team is expecting their 30+ points, man. Almost 40. What more you need to be in the top 9 list? There are 21 or 22 teams in total, maybe, but now I see them 21 teams, maybe, right? Yeah, 21 teams in a VE ISSL Noob Alliance, one kind of XNRC. The team dealt 4,315 damage in this single match. They did use the hitting such a short amount. If you count the damage, it's 1,029, and then the knockouts were 23 only. And this team actually became the last team standing, and they played for 25 minutes and 45 seconds in total. Total 27 eliminations right there. So you can count 37 points are coming from a single game by a single squad. That's crazy, isn't it? I hope so. The team stats that says NAVE ISSL actually got craziest players here. Sasti, who took 12 eliminations. dealt 1700 and almost 60 damages. Then Lucifer, who took 10 eliminations, dealt 1000 plus damages. And then Sana, who took 3, and Jimmy, who took 2 eliminations. In terms of Sana and Jimmy, if these two players also could have been able to take more than 10 plus eliminations, it would be just, I'd just only say, hey, from the next game, let's not give in a VE ISSL a slot because they're dominating too much. And, it's enough. 40 points are enough to be in the top 9 list, actually. Actually, 40 points are enough to be in the top 9 list. I'm not joking. I'm not kidding. Only 5 games per night. It's Group A. And from Group A, we just saw VE ISSLxNRC to be the first team to make a record of 27 eliminations and also win the chicken dinner. What a success rate. And the MVP title definitely comes for the same team, right? Yeah, it is indeed Sasti, who took 12 players out instead of the game and dealt 1760 almost damages. Then 9 knocks were coming in and 3 of the assists. Those assists were not needed, but this single player, actually the player whom he knocked out, he made it sure that he's taking the kill. He's securing the spot. Yeah, and then now the heals he used, according to the damages he dealt, was huge. Now the report after this match, overall the MVP lists, right? Yeah, Shasti, according to the highest eliminations, he's on top. Shasti, according to the highest damages, he's on top. Shasti, according to the highest grenade eliminations, he's on top. Shasti, according to the longest eliminations, he's on top, and that was 321 meters. But not the last one. Yeah, it's definitely for the player of IRCs. That's Archand, and I see that it's the top traveler list. Okay, so he got the top traveler list. You might roam around overall the game, and you can say that, hey, you can become the highest eliminator, you can become the highest damage dealer, you can become the highest grenade eliminator and also the longest eliminator, but you cannot snatch away my top traveler title. And that's where Chan actually stands in. Now, for the first game, 37 points is too much, where the rest of the teams couldn't even secure 20 plus points. So that's huge. Now we saw Team AKAZAYA taking those 11 DIVA Esport. Yeah, I was watching for the whole meaning of DEU, but I see DIVA Esport. Yeah, DIVA Esport has gotten 11. Syndicate has gotten 11. 6 points for NT Esport. Same 6 points for XFxLEGENDS. 6 points for DXP Class 2. 5 points for LOVINS KAGE VI. 4 points for 2 of the teams, BLK and MAKPEN. 2 points for 2 of the teams, VE Esports and DDX Esports. 1 point for 4 of the teams, WO Esports, WO DIVA, DCM, DMT and Dope Z. And no points for 4 of the teams, FNxTOP ESPORTS, DYD, Dark Horse and AST Gravity. But 11 points for 3 of the teams, 6 points for 3 of the teams, and 37 points only for 1 of the teams, even if Team LF, DU and Syndicate, NTR tries on the second game, they cannot cross over to the team in a VE ISSL. So let's go for the next scene. And now I'm back on the custard desk once again, gentlemen. It's Quickie Arc, your single host tonight. Would be like to take a little bit of break for now, and we'll be back after a short one. Till then, stay tuned and make sure to hit like and subscribe, and let me know from dropping down the comments that how did you enjoy it on the first game, and what's your opinion about VE NRC ISSL Noob Alliances. Let me know that, okay? Be right back. Gentlemen, after such a short little break, we are coming back with the second game of Double O South Asian Clash Season 1. This is the semi-final stage you're watching right now after the first game with 37 points by one single team, and that is named as NAVE ISSLxNRC. Yep, now it's for the turns for the other teams to compete for the second game. Yeah, now it's the second match. Definitely after the flight path, lots of teams are just heading for their directed drop locations. So we got 21 teams inside of the game and total 82 players. Now it is the first stage, and definitely it's going to be entertaining. And also, let me, before that, change something. I'm gonna change it. Yeah, I changed it and changed it. Now it's okay. I'm watching for the clashes actually on Zadika ICA team, on Severny ICA team. Yes, Napoleon has been occupied by a team. Georgiapol CD and the container locations has been occupied by 3 different teams. Then the boatyard has been secured by MAKPEN and DXP. Okay, MAKPEN has gone for the Rozhok area, Rozhok city, and DXPs have gone for the boatyard. DDX while taken out the apartment of school, where shelter has been taken out by team Syndicate, this team which was competing for the chicken dinner at the first game match, right? Yeah, now we see team BLK on Malta, and there is another team heading on for Malta, so there might be a brawl starting in. Then the first stage is making Ferry Pier as the centered location, so also with the military base. So some rotations might be from the Novorepnaya bridge, and some of the teams might come inside on the military base, but if and only if the zone actually betrays them at the end of the moment, then there might be some problem coming in for the military bases side, because if some of the teams would hold for the military island, then definitely they would face a lot of struggle to just swim over to the next ground of Ferry Pier. Definitely that is the problem I was thinking about. But okay, yet that is for the next upcoming stages, but now it's for the second match. What will happen? Will a new team cross over ISSL, or still ISSL would maintain that consistency? So okay, now I see the teams getting prepared about them, and also the preparations would actually mean a lot for the teams to be competing in. Now the thing is, at the first stage, what you can do, you can avoid the clashes so that you can make sure you have your full team standing inside of the game, and you have your full equipments needed and the weapon choices that you want to fight with as per your plan. If it is on the long range, you should pick up the automatic bolt action sniper rifles, or only just bolt action sniper rifles. There we just lost Zeron. KAGE, Aihu took out this kill. Nice. Is it Alhu or Aihu? Okay. AIHU. Nice. Megumi and Oppi. These two players are the members of KAGE, LOVINS, VI. And then on Severny, we can see a new team, DYD. We just lost one of the members, but still 3 more members left. Now, before that battle completes, we're here on Boatyard, where we spotted XFxLEGENDS to be participating. The team name would be BLK, but somehow this team name is XFLEGENDS. Yeah, this is XFLEGENDS. It is right. I got the correct slot list. Now, if I talk about the whole competition, then I do not think so that ISSL noob alliances are gonna be are going to be the second competitor for the second game, because it's not gonna be possible. Yeah, ISSL noob alliances would not let it happen, because on this very second match, somehow ISSL would not give up, and would definitely make some of the points, right? Yeah, some of the battles are happening. DYDs were taking their revenges and made their first encounter. Now would love to go for the kill finishes, and then devious Molly from the kill fights with Dark Horse and Horsets. Lost one of the members. That's a loss. DYD has lost 2. KAGE has lost 1, and 1 more to go if they just became unsuccessful to rescue out the player once again. Team AST. Oh, I saw a player tagged as AST. Okay, that's amazing. ISSL's fighting with Team XTR from the very pier. It is XTREME eSports trying to defend, but while chasing down the vehicle and tracing the driver, the support did a great job from ISSL. And now it's 96 who is in trouble. He just watches for molotovs, he watches for grenades, and the last grenade was such an accurate one, it just actually blowed him out. And Lucifer, the player who took this elimination. Now, it is total 4 eliminations been taken by VE ISSLxNRC. On the first match, this team took 37 total points. But yeah, let's keep it aside. Let's keep the placement point aside. Let's talk about only the 27 eliminations that the team dealt. 27 eliminations. Can you count out how many teams this team eliminated? Okay, if I count, then 20 means 5 squads. 27 means 7 squads. 7 squads was eliminated by VE ISSLNRC. Now, this is the first squad that they have eliminated, and the first squad was Team XTR. Okay, not bad. XTR or VZZ, maybe. But now the second battle starts with Team DIVA. They're fighting with Team Dark Horses, and now Dark Horses lost 2. Now Team Dark Horse not getting out of the compound because they know what's gonna happen if they tries to reveal themselves. Diva's angles are gonna get them red-handed. And then Team Syndicate. wow, ran overing a player with a vehicle and now finishing the kill. That's good. Knave has 4, Syndicate has 3. The second team on that will be Syndicate, right? So you can expect that Syndicate can become a team to challenge for VE NRC. But I think that's not going to be easy, as I took the name of Team Syndicate, and Syndicate, they're showing some skills. Intensity finishing a player named as Barry, where Barry is a name of the fastest Avengers, not Avengers, in DC, to be the fastest man on Earth. In the terms of DC, actually the fastest human would be Usain Bolt. Now we see a player jumping out and Syndicate getting inside. One of the player jumps out for oh man, was there a clutch? No, Syndicate's losing to the players right now. Io and Mud, these two would love to take the responsibilities, but Team Syndicate, before even the rest of the players comes in, it's completed. The players was being rescued. Team Syndicate, okay, finally the rescue. Oh, what? Mud eliminated the player as like, here's a preview what's gonna come in. He knew what would happen, and the player just, left his vehicle, tried to get inside, but from the doorstep, he used an S12K, made some pre-fires, and switched onto FPP so that it looks stunning. Such an stunning finish. Down to the final 19 teams. Lost NTR, lost XTR, lost VZZ. Now the leaderboard, okay, there is an instant replay. Look at that, Mud, how he finished the last kill. Now he switched the FPP and finished the player as quick as possible. What a great implementation by this production. Yeah, the production by CA agency. You must contact them if you loved the replay, because it's a great thing to implement on. Now I see Kibula 99k from the kill feed to make out another knocks at AKAZAYA while taking the hillside of Pochinki. This is the southern hill. Nix taking out Kibula. That's the encounter. Team Top Esports are making in FNxTOP Esports. Now they need to use the smokes as a visual blockage cover. Now FNxTOP Esports wants to save their buggies. Toxic, somehow he just took his buggy 3 meters backward. Why is that? I don't know, but that buggy is in such bad condition. While Team DDX also interfering with the hills side. Look at the interference. DDX is poor. While being inside of the compound, they're trying to interfere to the hillside. And now FNxTOP Esports are in problem once again. Yield some of the smokes and trying to fall back so that they can survive. FNxTOP Esports and one of the players and is still inside of that area, so they need to just take the player, but before even they get the support for the player, that player was taken out by Solid with a solid grenade. And now Team FNxTOP Esports, maybe they're losing the moment. Ela taking a Toxic. By a vehicle right over, and Ela finishing Kibula. Wow, Ela has played very well. Total taken out 3 members from FNxTOP Esports, and that's how the team is executing the plan. DYDX while fighting with Team DVS, and Trade has been taken out from Team DVs. And Team DIVA, Team Divas eliminated DYDX? It's great. Team Divas played very well this time. And yeah, I can see Team Divas taken 4 eliminations, so you can see them from the 9th position on the top leaderboard. That is the overall standings in the right corner. MAKPEN. Wait, is it going to be the second? No, it's not. Soli has gotten into cover. Oh man, look at that. Soli, I was not expecting that. He should have known that MAKPEN Caesar spotted him and charged an M416 over him, and he took a lot of damages. But even after that, he was not careful enough to be in a cover. He was actually laying down over an open area. And that's how he got chased by Caesar, and Caesar made a clutch. Like, not a clutch, but made two of the players bleed out in front of him. And then DB Small was being chased away, where Tony took out Cherry. And now Tony once more. He finds out where Cookie is. This is Team DIVA for you, and Cookie is being chased away, and Tony took all of the eliminations. 3 of the members being chased by XFxLEGENDS Tony, and the team was DIVA will be taken out on the second match. It is the 16 teams to be fighting for the glory from this third stage. Now some of the teams are not inside of the zone and they need to make an entry. DXB Club, while just making their path from such an open field, that is a ground, but I was expecting some hill flanks, like some flanks from the hills side from other teams. If there was some teams, then definitely they would have the options to go for the vehicle trace downs, but no, that's not happening right now. The only team who is in trouble right now is the team Syndicate, and also I'd like to talk about team DDX, because there's 2 teams are facing the casualties. DDX already rescued up their players, members, but not team Syndicate. Now is the time where team Syndicate rescued up IO, who is being rescued. Syndicate being a member, taking out 17 points in total by this week eliminations, where Tony watching out for AKAZAYA and Ilan been traced out. Okay, I was pronouncing the player's name as Ila, but no, there is an N at the end. That's an alphabetical supremacy that the players are using. But hey, I'm a student of science, so I do know like the chemistry between your names, so I can find out that as quick as possible. Now it's Itachi from AKAZAYA, whom I was watching, but then I see Raptor 2 behind the tree. He's looking for DXB's members to come out from the compounds, where the MAKPENs are defending their position. It's a close combat. It's the third stage, and the aggression says it's not the third stage, it's like it's the final game. Oh wow, MAKPENs defended successfully. And now AST gravities are gone. AKAZAYA has lost Itachi and Team Elif AKAZAYA. That was the last player. So after Itachi being terminated, Elif AKAZAYA would be wiped out totally. Now Team MAKPEN on screen need to be inside on this next 4th zone, where the center has been taken out by Team DDX and also Team VE ISSLxNRC. They're going in for the scouting. Okay, we missed that information, so you can see that VE ISSLxNRC ISSL Noob Alliance, they're just scouting out the center part and also taking the control of the Ferry Pier Bridge, where some of the teams might use the Ferry Pier Bridge to make an entry on the main island on this 4th zone, where only one of the more minutes would be left. 1 minute left only. And what do you want to do? You need to do it right now. Right now. If only 1 or 2 seconds are gone, then it's your loss. Only 14 teams are alive. Now it's a settlement moment, right? We lost a lot of teams, like the 3rd competitors, AKAZAYA, the 8th competitor, NTR, the 10th competitor, DIVA, the 13th, DYD, the 17th, GR, the 19th, TOP, the 21st, it's XTR, and the 22nd, it's VZZ. Right. Sometimes I go with the flow, but it's VE ISSLnRC. As I was talking about, that will it be possible for the rest of the teams to cross over Team VE ISSL on the very second game? It's not gonna happen, because VEs are surviving for a long time. Team Syndicate, where on the other side we saw them being in a brawl with Team DDX, and Team Syndicate just took out them. Okay, just took them out, and that's it. Team DDX, are they alive? Maybe not. They should not be alive, but they are alive. you can expect them to be dead, but they're not dead yet. Still, more gameplays to be delivered. Molotovs have been shared from Mini to VOD. What's the team name? Uh-oh. Mini has got another grenade. If the grenade gets inside, the knocks are gonna come in. The grenade goes. It didn't deal any of the damages. But that's the stab I was talking about. I was expecting that. Yeah. Yo-Yo took out Mini, and now Jimmy came here to finish the final kill. But it's a loss. It's a loss for VE ISSLxNRCs. VE ISSLxNRC actually lost one of the members, but it still secured 9 of the eliminations. That was the second elimination card. But here, Team Syndicate, defending against DIVA Esports, and Team DIVA Esports are gone. What a surprise, Team DIVA. What just happened? Syndicate eliminated Team DIVA. Nice, such a precious moment. Team Syndicate is facing one of the members that is still in a bleed out situation, and Team Syndicate needs to rescue him, and his name is Mad. But all of the responsibilities were completed by Mad's teammate. Maybe I should see the name once more and I'll find out. Okay, but it's Team MAKPEN on screen for now. And till now, Team MAKPEN just waited. How long they can wait? No, not more. Now they are making the entry inside this 5th stage, and 1 more minute left to get a near shrink. But Syndicate's Cloud was successful enough to rescue up the player once again, and Team MAKPEN from the back end. Yeti made another knock and finished it. Team KAGE made a new knock. Not KAGE, it's KAGE. KAGE Megumi. You can say that. KAGE means C-A-G-E, and K-A-G-E, it comes with KAGE, but I'm not talking that about. MAKPEN fighting with Raptor. Raptor being chased away. Caesar from MAKPEN eliminating the knock. And then Chan, wow, taking out Hunter. Nice, BDB knocks, but okay, the grenades are coming cool. As Tony from XFxLEGENDS are expecting that there should be no grenade coming close within 10 meters range for him, but okay, if he's praying for that, that is successful. That is listened. Okay. Team DXBs from the back end would definitely love to come close, and obviously there is a buggy. So if the team tries to analyze that why is there a buggy, then definitely they might come in and try to eliminate the player. Still 11 more teams to go now. I see DMT NATO in the kill feed, NRC Susty to the kill feed to be fighting back for Dark Horse. Syndicate's Cloud been chased away. Syndicate's Mud been finished away. Tommy has taken out the Mud. V8 coming back and taking the Hills side, and now eliminating the Syndicate. Now Team VE ISSLxNRC has gotten another opportunity to chase down another vehicles, but that's not happening. Megumi from KAGE taking out NRC Susty, the player which has gotten the MVP title on the first match. Now he has been taken out. Then Team DDX is looking for some eliminations, and KAGE was being chased out. Lovin's KAGE VI has been totally wiped out. The DMTs are fighting with Team V8, and now it's Team V8. While one of the members will be taken out, Dima, and Blade is in such mid-range, okay, sharing a good distance. That distance cannot be covered, while Blade understands where the player needs to be. Okay, he took out Nuffler, and that's an advantage, a position advantage. V8 Blade is just dodging all of the grenades here. And now, he's getting close to the grenade? He was so aggressive, man. DDX Esports, while utilizing the time properly, and the rescue was done. That rescue was done. The one single, the grenade that Team DDX actually used earlier, dealt it, and the rest of the grenade goes from Blade's side. But Blade, okay, he's being so careful as he needs some support from Dima's side. Now the grenade comes in, and the footsteps are getting totally compromised. Dima, he needs to play in as quick as possible. Then Blade was dodging the weapons, now going through the pre-fires, and the backstab was made successfully from Nufflar, while Dima made no support for the player. Then MAKPEN's Onikel hunted down Hunter from DMT, and DDX Esports are gone. down to the final top 6 teams. Now it's the time for the 6th zone to be shrinked in. Another team has been taken out. That's Team DCM DMT. We see Team DXB Club while it's still maintaining their position from the top of the southern eastern. Now this team has lost their position from the play zone, and there we see Team DXB still, after not getting the positions, they're just pressuring to the edge, and that's Team MAKPEN who is getting all of the pressures and trying to fight back with Team DXB Club to make their position out. But okay, that's not gonna happen for now, as Team MAKPEN used a lot of smokes. Also, they are so aware about what can happen. The grenade goes on top. That dealt with a lot of damage. But before the next grenade goes close, Jimmy switched his position. And a lot of grenades are being charged from the down ground. Still, in a VE ISSL Noob Alliance who are being engaged with a close combat. While this opportunity was grabbed by the team MAKPEN, and MAKPEN came close, yeah. MAKPEN, they are close. So close. It's only the second match. We were analyzing the teams, and MAKPEN this time they came back. MAKPEN's now it's their turn. They're inside on the 7th stage. Only 20 more seconds left to get a new shrink. Team DXB Club understood what's going on. MAKPEN, they understood where MAKPEN is. They're delivering all of the grenades towards Team VE ISSL. Another moment for Team VE ISSL. They maintain the consistency, but look at the knock from Chan. IRC, that's an headshot. Onikel has been chased away. Lucifer is still not compromising his position. Okay, the next knock from Chan. That's a great knock, but Chan did he forgot there is another player, and that's Jimmy who surprised him. Stubbs now knows where to spam, and is spamming all the weapons. Oh my goodness, that's a second knock from Jimmy. What a backstab, what a momentum. There we saw Ola trying to defend his position. He knows from the back end Team VE ISSL might be coming in anytime, and the grenades are chasing him away. But look at the reflection from Ola. Took out another member before getting eliminated, and that's it. Team MAKPEN's wasting some time to rescue the members. Jimmy, now it's his time. Jimmy, he used his time. He made a new knock, and now he's using a grenade. If that grenade goes, it's smooth, and that's smooth. Yeah, they've been taken out. Another grenade goes there. He's just spamming lots of grenades, and now the second grenades and molotovs were being charged inside directly. Drak would be chased out, and then Onikel would be the final member. He healed himself up. He's just going with the final finish, and MAKPEN taking the chicken. The change, it was dramatic. MAKPEN winning the second chicken dinner. This time a change has occurred, and MAKPEN made the change happen with a final 1v1. What a change. But for VE ISSL, I was thinking like, okay, they're getting the second match too, but no, it's not. Yeah, even after taking the first chicken dinner with 27 elimination points, I was getting also a bit of jealous. Like, why only a single team would take that much points? But now it's the MAKPEN which is making some difference, because without the difference, this competition won't be that entertaining. And now we see the MAKPEN, dealing 2078 damages. They used 13 and 4 healings. They had total 10 knockouts, and 26 minutes and 58 seconds were survived by the team, and also with 10 eliminations. MAKPEN came back with total 20 points by the game, 10 from the eliminations, 10 from the placements. Now it's Caesar who actually delivered 3 for the team. Onikel who delivered 4 elims for the team, Drak who actually delivered 1, and Yeti who delivered 2 eliminations for the team. Now we saw everything, and we saw the change. How MAKPEN survived from Ola, how MAKPEN survived those deadly grenades and molotovs, how MAKPEN healed up quick, and how MAKPEN chased and, traced out the final player hiding behind a tree from VE ISSLxNRC, but still the MVP title was snatched away by the same team which dominated the whole lobby. It's 9 eliminations once again by Jimmy with 1000+ damages. It's exact 11 and 87. and then 8 knocks, and then total 384 hills was there. So total 26 minutes and 58 seconds was the survival time, because yeah, he also survived till the end, and that's why he became the MVP. We must not forget about Jimmy, because how Jimmy changed the situation by dealing with Team DXB at the end from inside of the smoke. He actually took out 2 of the players from DXBs, and that moment changed all. And then he didn't waste his time. He was going in for Team MAKPEN at the same time. And that's it. The result that says Jimmy would have the highest eliminations, Jimmy would have the highest damages, and then Tommy would have the longest elimination, and Lucifer would have the highest grenade eliminations. Nice to see that OPZ has got one of the players inside, and he would become the top traveler list. Yeah, there is only one of the player per game who can become the top traveler, and definitely one of the positions for one of the segments for most eliminations, one of the segments for highest damages, one of the segments for most grenade eliminations, one of the segments for eliminations of longest, and one of the segments for traveler of top. So that's it. That is how the segments are counted in. It's not like we see 5 members with only for the highest eliminations like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No, we see the highest eliminations too and highest damages too. Let's go for the next segment and watch out the results, because the results are being counted for now. So yep. Now I need something. What? I need the match standings. Yep, and I'm getting the match standings for now. Maybe I'm gonna watch out for another thing. Yep, there we go. In a VE ISSLNRC has taken another 22 points. Not bad, but MAKPEN has taken 20. But what's the difference, man? What is the difference? Even if MAKPEN takes 20 points, VE also has taken 22 points. Also 2+ points, means the previous gap they had remains the same. Still, none of the teams could actually overcome through VE ISSL, the Dominators. Yeah, and then on top 3 we see Team DXP Club with the 11 points been taken by Team Syndicate 2. Yeah, only from the eliminations and Team Syndicate can stand for the point, right? But only the thing is we need to see to start a brawl between NA, VE and Syndicate at the beginning. XFxLEGENDS has gotten the 7. 5 points for VE ISSLxNRC, 5 points for Team DCM DMT, 5 points for Team LOVINS, KAGE, VI, and 4 points for 3 of the teams like BLK, LF, AKAZAYA, and DOO DIVA. 3 points for 3 of the teams. DDX Esports, DU Esports, and DYD. 1 point for 2 of the teams, Double Esports and ST Gravity. And no point for Dark Horse, OPZ, and FNxTOP ESPORTS and NTR Esports, right? Yep. For now, we just completed the match standings. Okay. Now the match standings, that is clean, and then the overall leaderboard, right? Yeah, but at first the top players list. It is the overall top players list after post-match to Irangal. Sasti becomes the number 1 player with 2200 damages. And total 14 eliminations, 10 knocks were there. Then Lucifer from the same team becomes the 2nd competitor. Jimmy from the same team becomes the 3rd competitor. And then it's Syndicate Cloud who became the 4th competitor. Then we see ST99 from DEUX, means DEU. Yeah, DEU also has the 5th position on the overall leaderboard. Now, definitely that is the top 5 list of the overall top players. We want to see the overall standings, and that'll be in front of us as quickest as possible, right? So gentlemen, you can expect VE ISSL on top with a number of points that cannot be break through by any of the teams right now. MAKPEN on 2nd with 24, Syndicate on 3rd with 22, DXB Club on 4th with 17. Okay, let's not talk about VE ISSLxNRC anymore, because they're qualified, bro, you're certified. Now we can talk about AKAZAYA with 15 and 14 for DU Esports. Yeah, now XFxLEGENDS stands on 7th with 13th, and LOVINS KAGE VI stands on 8th with 10, BLK with 8 points, and that is the top 9th position we're gonna count in. Then the 10th position to the rest of the 20 is not countable because only 9 teams are getting qualified. We just completed 2 of the matches. I talked about the first 3 matches. Look at that. After the first 2 games, the natural points of the table toppers as like MAKPEN are having 24, right? So if you want to be in the top 5 list, you must have more than 25 points. And you only know, you do know, everyone knows that only 1 match is enough to get 25 plus points, right? So yeah, the first 3 games becomes the 0-point shuffle match. It's me, Quirky, on your caster desk once again. Let's be right back after a short little break with the production by CA Agency and the organization of Double O South Asian Clash. Wow, the tournament, Double O South Asian Clash Season 1. Be right back soon. Gentlemen, I know you missed me and also missed the competition more than me. So definitely let's talk about the competition today. Yeah, we just completed 2 of the games and MAKPEN is on the second with their 24 points, and that is the competition because I just thought about Team VE ISSL Noob Alliance that they must be not inside of the competition right now because they have taken a lot of points or more than it. It's total of 59 I see. So definitely they're just out of the competition for now because they qualified in between the top 9 teams, because from the semi-final stages every group has only top 9 slots. Yeah, every group has 9 slots and you need to be on those top 9 list to be qualified to be a participant for the grand finale. Okay, so yes, so the procedures are online. Now I see the zone. That's on the northern part. Move and he might also long watching. Test track near these are the locations inside the zone. I see some of the clashes on Yulin and I see a clash on the center of the zone, and I might be able to see a clash on the northern western part of the play zone circle. That's it. This is a rondo, so definitely we know that the teams are gonna have the teams are gonna have some party here. Now I'm back. I just typed some in. Okay. Let's talk about the main thing, top 9 list. Yeah, I was discussing about if you have 25 plus points after the third match ends, definitely you can have the second position of this total competition. So yeah, this third match is going to be the reset match. Definitely. By this match ends, we can get our main competition. We can see which would be the top 9 teams. Now for now, KAGE, VI, BLK, LGN, DU, DXP, AKAZAYA, these are in the top 9 list at first. But then Syndicate, MAKPENs also in a green zone for now. But for them Syndicate, it's a big loss at first. They lost 3 of the members. Okay. Now DMTs are losing the players too. The DMT silent while thinking how to cover up, but silent. Will he take the revenge or will he just wait? Okay, he watches for the player to come in. He knows about the footsteps. The player doesn't know about him. No. Silent was almost getting taken out. And Silent switching his weapon. That was a mistake. Rory takes him out with an S12K in hand. Chapter needed to be closed and Silent was so disappointed that he gave up. Okay, that no other player was here from his side to support his actions. Now, FNxTOP Esports is on the line, where we see Team FNxTOP Esports are on the Next Factory while fighting with Team DYDs, while from the kill feed it's Team Dark Horse once again losing out the player Drak03X. This time V2 from BLK has been chased away. Then DV's Molly was being eliminated and DXBs are taking that point. Dima here using a grenade and that grenade is going inside and they dealt the first knock. Then Team DXBs are just going with the second trace. It's Poison who is taking a big risk to rescue up the player, and after no before even he completes the rescue, he waits for the players to come in, and now he watches for the rescue once again. Once more, that's a shotgun, but Poison. He should not stop there. Oh my goodness, look at that. Poison, I was talking about he should not stop this praise, but at the end Dima survived, but it was almost the second knock. It's not happening. 18 teams to go. But the angle was so explosive. I loved that. XFxLEGENDs were losing the teammates, but still I might hope that I should hope that they can get their comebacks, their recalls as quick as possible. Team DIVA needs their recall. Team LGNs need their recall. Team DYD also need a recall. Team DO need a recall. GRs need a recall. FNxTOP needs a recall. And Team DIVA, maybe this team is not getting any recall for now. Yeah, not maybe, I'm so confirmed. WE Esport, while looking out for some kills, watching out for AST Gravity. And AST Gravities are just, avoiding the casualties? I guess so. AST Gravities, while being so safe right now, DYDs, well, they lost one of the members. And DYDs not only losing one, but they're also counting. What? They countered it back. But while countering with grenades, they took one of their own members with a grenade. That was hilarious. Now it's Trash, or you might say Trash, and then Trash rescued up. And then Lucy taking out another player like Sod. Okay, Yo-Yo would be chased out. I need some stocks today. Then I see Team DYDs. Okay. Watching out for a vehicle but cannot get the visual. Maybe understood that there might be a new team roaming around. What's this? Okay, that player was being recalled, so he was like, hey, I'm just dropping down to the ground. It's like an angel, So that was an angelic vibe. I saw that. Wait, Roy. Eliminated another one. It's Rondo, and I was only counting who eliminated whom. That's it, simply. But the competition is for the top 9 teams, gentlemen. And yeah, the 9th position holder, BLK, was been totally decimated. Now the chance comes for Team KAGE, VI, Team NTR, Team DYDs. There's 3 teams on the top 10th, 11th and 12th list. Now it's no, DDX and GRs. Yeah, right. DIVA, DOs, not bad. It is indeed the bottom teams that I'm hoping to come back on the leaderboard in the top 9 list, but definitely it will be tough for them. As you might say, the table toppers or the first top 8 teams are dominating well. In between them, only one of the teams would be without any of the points. Okay. Now it's indeed Roy who's taking out Mud from the kill feed, and KAGE would lose a player from their side. I was waiting for the result, and yeah, I got it. Give me a second. Okay. Now we'd love to concentrate for this competition. It's 18 teams to go. DDX. While being on the 14th position, this fight is more important for the team, and the team delivers such a damage towards XFLG, and XFLGs are also the competitors here. So definitely all of them are the competitors, but I'm talking about specific teams. It's for the first 9 teams, yeah. But 9th position has been crossed over by KAGE VI at first. Team KAGE VI doing it so great by taking only one of the eliminations. Nice, not bad. But V8 and LGNs and DU are not so sure about their positions, while you see from the kill feed AKAZAYA making a lot of eliminations out there. Okay, LF AKAZAYA for now on screen with the full roster. I see that. Yeah, but AKAZAYA is in a good position. They're on the 4th position for now, so they're in a green zone. It's all for the survival. You are playing for the survival, not for the championship title. So definitely I can shout for the clutches. I can shout for the head-to-head games, but this is a chill moment going in for the teams till now. But from the 4th to the 5th match, it will not be this much chilling moments by the teams, because there'll be so much pressure to secure their spots, their slots to the grand finals. 2 of the groups, and I've got a good information, and that is the next group B is a balanced one. Yeah, but here a powerful squad played on this group, and that is Team VE ISSLNRC. So DDX Esports, now DDX would do great. With their 750 meters more to go. Still, I'm just looking forward for the bottom teams, right? I'm not talking about the table toppers. They're inside. But some of the teams are in trouble. Still, Team LGN, Team KAGE, they're in trouble. Okay. The V8 Blade making some sprays between DXBs. And then V8 with their 9 total elims. Davis Molly with their eliminations. Top Rookie with their another trace. Wow, V8s are fighting good. Team Top, FNxTOP. Is it a bad moment? Yes, indeed. Team FNxTOP needs the rescue for now, as Rookie would just feel good after the rescue. round 1 third stage means not many teams are eliminated, only some of the teams are, like Syndicates and BLKs, DCMs, OPZs, VZZ. Okay, not bad. Nice. Okay, it's FNxTOP once again. They're from the bottom side. Need to make an entry. I don't know how much points team FNxTOP would be able to take from this game. And then FNxTOP with their 0 points, but I didn't notice that, but not bad. FNxTOP with only 2 of the members survival. KAGE VI eliminating a lot of eliminations, but not a lot of, only 2. And there goes the trace. That's the 3rd one. Nova getting encountered. He forgot that he was so open. That's how it's getting taken out. It's the 4th zone, and the recall tower will be disabled. Yeah, now I got some taunt from. Okay, it's a borrowed one. VE ISSL still dominating. Look at them taking 5 eliminations. AKAZAYA the only team, not the only team with 9 elims. There are more team V8s with their 11 eliminations. But they need to speed up a little so that the bottom teams cannot catch up with the speed. But FNxTOP on the bottom, Dirk on the bottom, GRs on the bottom, NTRs on the bottom, DYDs on the bottom, DDX on the 10th least, but DDX needs a little more. 1 more point for Team DDX are needed to cross over Team KAGE VI. Definitely on screen is the Team MAKPEN, and they're in the 2nd position after the disqualification of Syndicate. Not the disqualification, but the elimination of Team Syndicate, the whole team. Team MAKPEN becomes the 2nd competitor while being so peaceful, but you see that Team AKAZAYA also on the 4th competitor list, while Team ST Gravity being chased by Dark Horse. I wish there was an horse being ridden by the team, and while riding the horse they were taking the eliminations. The name would be such great, like it'll look a matching one. But no, you might have some great names, but you only have some limited equipment on this battleground that is needed to fight with the competitors, right? Yeah, but now another team gets eliminated, and that's Team DYDs. It was a great moment for the rest of the teams, like the bottom teams I'm talking about, those who are getting eliminated at this beginning. Yeah, it's not the end. It's only the 5th stage. We should see more 2 stages before this Rondo game ends. But right now, it's 11 teams more to go. And from the bottom, I still see some hopes. 4 of the teams: DDX, NTR, Dark, and Top. But for Top, it'll be so tough because they need 20 plus points to make an entry to the top 6th. And then for Team Dark, it's still going smooth. If Team Dark can survive till the last moment of the game, it might be possible. But V8, after making the knock, they're here. To take all of the finishes. DIVA from the back end eliminated Rookie, and that's how Team FNxTOP was taken out. Dark Horse, while being aggressive this time, DDX was being chased down by Dark Horse, and then Team VE ISSL once again back in the kill feed with Team AKAZAYA. Then AKAZAYA loses 2 of the members. Only 1 of the members are left to rescue up, at the same time fight back. But no, only one of the player is not able to do that. So that's where Team AKAZAYA lost. And this time KAGE VI actually did a 3rd party over AKAZAYA. I cannot bear this, man. I cannot literally bear this. It's Team ISSL which is taking another 8 eliminations. Hey, how much points they're gonna make? I guess in this 5 games, Team ISSL New Balance are gonna make more than 120 plus points. Yeah, the competition is more fun when you see some competitions, but there is no competition with Team ISSL. And this group So now it's another elimination tally from the side of MAKPEN. This team only could happen to take one of the eliminations. Syndicates are gone, MAKPENs are gone. DXB, V8, they're not taking enough points. Okay, DXB crossing over Team Syndicate. You can see the live rankings. And also Team V8 holding on the sixth position. But DDX and NTR, it's their time to make an entry. While LGN are being eliminated. Dark Horse being eliminated. They did chased for so long and reached on to the 13th position. Now only the final top 6 remains. NTR and DDX needs a lot of points, but DDX Esports, while they have no other options left but to survive instead of this water side. But how long can they hide inside that water? Definitely they'll just lose their breath, and by losing their breath they'll definitely be knocked down, even if they hide themselves inside of this water side. Now we see VE ISSL once again in the top 5 list. This actually makes me smile right now because such a consistent team. I was thinking to not talk with them a lot, but I must. Such a talented one. How can you ignore them? You see in V8, this time they dominated. 17 eliminations were taken by the team. And now I see Team NTR 2. Oh, grenade. Wow, what a grenade, man. Teru used the grenade, and that was such an accurate one in terms of distance and timing. And now he switched his weapon to the S12K, and that was such a quick move. Wow. Was it too fast? Yeah, it was too fast. So he was from another team, and he actually made a third-party interruptions, right? Now it's Team DXB Club. The team knows where the player might be. Chan used a grenade that dealt a lot of damages with too fast. It's the end moment for this third match, gentlemen. After this match, we're gonna get aggressive and aggressive and aggressive and aggressive, because DXB Club and NTR Esports and DDX are making an entry to this after this round the game, right? So definitely Team DXB Club, it's their moment to celebrate a chicken dinner because their manpowers. But even only if some changes comes, but I don't think so any of the changes are gonna come in because you have the highest manpower, you have the utility supports, you know where the players are, you have all of the intels, and you are the only team alive here who is having the total control of the 7th stage, and the opponent is on the outside and they have only 2 of the members. How can you predict that the 2 members are gonna win? Yeah, but anytime anything can happen on a competitive match. If Team DXP makes any of the mistakes, that might happen. But for now, Team NTR has gotten 2 of the members on 2 different angles too fast. From his side, he wants to make the first opening. From Teru 77k side, he wants the second knocks, but no. If any of the members getting the first knock, definitely they can make a mistake by getting more aggressive and just losing the patience and trying to eliminate this next one. But look at that, Teru 77k made the first knock here, and he's just still using the cover of the smokes. He watched for the second player, but he missed the information of Chanar's IRCs, then too fast interferes, and then he takes out, stops. It's in 180 moment, but too fast, missed the informations, and he was being chased by Team DXB Club. What a trace and what a win by DXB Club at the end of the round of game. Congratulations for Team DXB for winning the match and taking away the Rondo Chicken Dinner. Gentlemen, we were talking about the competition. You are watching 00 South Asian Clash Season 1. The semi-final is running. This is the first night. We got 5 matches. Miramar, Irangal, Rondo. These 3 matches are completed. Now we only got 2 more matches left. That is Irangal and Miramar. But for this Rondo, let us celebrate the Chicken Dinner for DXB Club with their 2,520 total damages, and the healings are so small. 783. Such a small one. And then I see the knocks. Oh, the number is 14, and the eliminations was 17. Means 27 points was being drawn from this game. Nice to see that. I really wish to Congo. You guys, DXB Club, look at the contributions. JD has contributed 5 of the eliminations, and then 5 eliminations from the side of Ola. 717 total damages from JD's side, 4 eliminations from Chan's side. Stubbs has taken 3 eliminations, and that's it. This is the total contributions from the players of DXP Club. Now let's head on for the next segment, and that is the MVP segment. Yes, indeed, the MVP title goes for Team V8 Esports, and that'll be DIVA himself. Yes, he's getting back on the overall top players list. It's 7 eliminations in total, 6 knocks, 668 total damages and 1 of the assists, and then 330 total hills and 18 minutes of survival time. Overall 18 minutes and 20 seconds plus. I'd like to add some. The addition was cool, but then the most valuable play title that goes for this time, for the first time, it's DIVA. Yeah, from the past 2 games, we saw the MVP titles were taken by Jimmy and his teammate Mikasa. Yeah, from not Mikasa. Sorry, my bad. Okay, that was a different player. I was recalling some other moments as I did a previous cast. But yeah, ISSL no balances. We're counting the 2 members as the MVP lists, as on the MVP lists on the previous 2 games, but now it's a difference. So definitely we can expect something different, but it's still 9 teams. Which top 9 teams will be inside on the leaderboard? That is a matter to count, and then the rest of the 2 games would be the last chance for the bottom teams to come back on the top 9 list to get qualified to the grand finale. Now it's the report time after post-match 3. You see DIVA, who's getting the highest eliminations from the game. It's Theru77K, who's getting the highest damages, and that's 1015. And then we see Ola from the most grenade eliminations side, the team from DXP. The play is with 2 grenade eliminations. Then we see V8's Tommy with total the longest elimination of 333 meters. Then we saw Tony from XFxLEGENDS with the top traveler lists, and that's a total 11 kilometers. Nice to see that. The aftermath result is quite okay, but what will happen on the match rankings? How much points those teams are taking out? Well, let's watch out as Team DXB Club has taken 27 points, and this time it's a balanced result. V8 Esports has taken 21, NTR Esports has taken 15, 12 points for Team NAVE ISSLxNRC. What's happening here? Still, they're taking, no, they're counting double-digit numbers. Nice to see that you guys are impressing us. DDX Esports are taking 11, Dark Horse are taking 10, AKAZAYA has taken 9, LOVINS KAGE VI taking 7, DY is taking 7, DU Esport taking 5 only, AST Gravity is taking 5, and 3-4 Syndicate, MAKPEN, XTREME Sports, BLKs are only expecting 2 points, and 1 of the points for the rest of the 4 teams, FNxTOP, XFxLEGENDS, WO Esports, WO DIVA, and the last team, DCM DMT, the only team to get empty-handed from the game. Now it's time to witness the overall top players list after post-match 3 rondo. Saste from VE ISSLxNRC would expect the MVP title till now with the 17 eliminations, and definitely total the damages was 2567. Then Lucifer would become the second competitor from the same team, and then Jimmy, Lucifer, Saste maintaining their positions. But now Syndicate's Cloud and DU's DU's ST99, these 2 players remains on the top 5 list. And that's it. Now it's time for us to actually witness the competition after 3 games. As I was talking about it yesterday, gentlemen, that after the first 3 games, our competition will begin. Yes, now the competition begins. The do or die survival time, right? Yes, let's activate the time. It's in a VE ISSLxNRC with the 71 points with just 1 of the chicken dinners, and the elimination rate is 52 eliminations after just 3 matches. That's huge. DXP Club taking 44, they're in a green zone. VD Sports taking 28, they're in a green zone. MAKPEN's taking 26 points after 3 games, they're in a green zone, but the competition is so tough. And then you see Syndicate taking 25, AKAZAYA taking 24, Team LTR Esports taking 21, and then Team DU Esports taking 19, LOVINS KAGE VI taking 17, and that is the number, gentlemen. Only the top 9 teams qualifies. and we see the 9th position being occupied by LOVINS, KAGE, VI. So if you need to be inside on the top 9 list, you need to have more than 20 plus points. And the waiting list is DIVA Esports with the 16, only 1 more points needed to be in a neck to neck. And then Team XFxLEGENDS, BLK, Dark Horse, DYDs, DCM, DMT, S2, Gravity, DIVA, eSports, XTREME Esports, and FNxTOP to be in the waiting list to make an entry on the top 9th list. That is the competition from the top 9th to the bottom 20th. And only if you need to make an entry to the top 9 list, you need to have more than 20 plus points. And that's it, gentlemen. The overall standings are so cool. Now it's time for me, Quick York, to be back on the caster desk, and let's discuss like if Team DDX and the rest of the teams like BLK and the double tags. I'm so sorry for the mic as I was just moving my hands. The WE Esports and WE Divas and the rest of the teams, those who are on the red zone, can be qualified or not. Now let's take a big break. No, it's a short break, and I'll be right back after that short break. Till then, stay tuned. You were watching the WO South Asian Clash Season 1, presented to you by WE Esports, managed by Danish, production by CA Agency, and GFX by PI Graphics, and casted by Quick York. Thank you. Gentlemen, and gentlemen, welcome back once again to the match. Yes, to the competition. It is indeed the main game. Yes, and right now we're gonna hit up to the bottom teams to the top, because we need to know like which bottom teams can make it to the top 9th position to get qualified to the grand finals. Right now, at first, the flight path has been started from the Sosnovka Island to the main hillside of Stolba, and it's kind of an eastern supported flight path, so the rest of the 21 teams are just heading for the drop directed locations. At first, we can watch out for the drop clashes, and then we can watch out for the rotation clashes, and then we can watch out for the head-on-head clashes. And right now, I'm just watching for the first stage. Oh my goodness, it's another zone. You can see that the first stage is gonna be supported on the quarry as the centered. Okay, so quarry is being centered right now, so it's gonna be an interesting one once again, because last time on the first triangle we saw the circle was supporting on this part, so definitely it's once again no, it's kind of the first match was from Miramar, then it was Irangel, then it was Rondo, and now it's Irangel once again. Then definitely the last game would be on Miramar. Now that's not the issue. We saw after the first 3 games what the results are, right? Yeah, and now the results says that you need to have more than 20 plus points if you want to be inside on the top 9 list, right? Definitely the bottom 9th position is having 17 total points. If you just get 1 plus to that point, you'll definitely be inside on the top 9th list, and that is the competition for now. Let's see which player from which team contributes the highest. Look at that. It's on the mini screen. After the zone on the right side, we should focus on the mini screen on the left mini side, where team VE ISSLxNRC are actually dominating so far. Yes, and they are dominating over team DIVA, and right now team DIVA is just in trouble. This team actually encountered with one of the players, but DIVA took 2 of the knocks but couldn't finish those 2 of the knocks. So definitely DIVA would be taken out, like would be eliminated totally or decimated, you might say, for this 4th game. Still 1 more matches to go to get back, but I feel so sad for DIVA for now. And then I see Team OPZ also. Only one of the players were there, and OPZs are eliminated. XTRs fighting with Team BLKs. XFLEGENDS are gone. And then the Lipovka has lost another team. Now, it's Team BLK, which lost to the members. V2 and Poison are the members left from the team to continue the journey to come back for the leaderboard. Now, DDX has got an important match this time, but you'd love to watch out for KAGE VI, because if you see the overall standings on the right side, the 9th position exactly, to be very, very specific, KAGE VI has lost 3 of the members, and that means KAGE VI would just only have one of the members left. There we see Team DYD and Team Dark and BLK, DCM, GRs waiting to make an entry. These teams only has top 13 and bottom 6 points, and XTR, DO, then FNxTOP ESPORTS, Wizards couldn't be able to take that much points. Even I can say that they cannot count 10 points even till now after 3 match ends. But the rest of the teams, except Team VE ISSLxNRC, which has got only 71 total points, right? Yeah, but aside them, I'm not talking about them anymore. I'm talking about Team DXB and VH, because they are just out of the competition. They're just they just crossed over the limits. And now it's BLK, man. You just own my heart. VE ISSLxNRC, but only for the semi-final stages. When the semi-final stages will be completed, I just talk about, okay, you're not winning my heart anymore. That's how I'm gonna flip the table. It's BLK once again, which is in trouble. Poison is in a bleed out situation, and then V2 is the single player left to continue the journey, but he cannot do anything. Yeah, he can do nothing for now because he is being chased down by the rest of the 4 members. Okay, only one of the grenade goes, but that was too early. V2 should have waited for a little more. Okay, the first player comes in, the head connects, but in vain. Blacks would take the elimination, and Team XTREME Esport would count their first 4 elimination points. This is it. We see Lipovka is a location that is 2,700 meters away from the first play zone area. And now we see Team XTREME Esport tagged as XTR trying to come back. Now, from the previous 3 games, XTR only had 6 total points. And now, on this 4th match, XTR, after completing their first draw clash, now they can count in total, how much? 10 points in their collection, right? But not total 10, because I see that after taking 4 points, the points are being counted live. Oh, also I have some food in front of me, and I was trying to open the food. So definitely why I'm opening the food, because to eat it. That's a quiz for you. Why Quirkyark opens the food? Because he wanted to eat. Why he wanted to eat? Because he was tired. Why he was tired? Because he was hungry. And that's why he needed energy. So yeah, now I got my energy and the teams are getting theirs. So let's hope for the best. But as I'm a passionate caster, I can do literally anything. Let's talk about VE ISSL. As I have talked about it, that I can do anything literally. So let us go through a challenge. Like VE ISSLxNRC, what they can do in this match. Yeah, we only saw them once, dominating 27 kills in just one match. Dominating over 7 teams in just one game. But you know, eliminating 7 teams with a single player is really tough. But for Team Syndicate, I think so sad. Team LOVINS VZs are being eliminated. VZs on the bottom side, OPZs on the bottom side, DIVAs on the bottom side, BLKs on the bottom side, LGNs on the bottom side, on the red side actually. DYDs on the red zone, Dark on the red zone, DCMs, GRs, XTRs on the red zone. But now, then Mud would be wiped out. This is not a rondo, so you cannot expect a recall. FNxTOP Esport. Well, the battle is not settled yet. More to go. Syndicate's Cloud thinking what to do. Top's rookie, he's also thinking what not to do. And now FNxTOP Esports wants to make some flanks so that they can surround out Team Syndicate. And as soon as Team Syndicate understand, they must use these smokes and also take the vehicles before even they're being surrounded. Now the vehicles is in speed and no one can surround out now, and Syndicate is just getting out of hand for Team FNxTOP Esport. Yeah, 2,400 meters away this place was, and Team Syndicate XTOP is not Syndicate XTOP. It's only Team Syndicate that is getting back from the location, 2,100 meters away. We see Team DIVA Esports, yep, with only 2 the members survival in the second stage. And now there are not many brawls happening or fights happening inside on the second stage, so we must wait for some time. But before I get back into the competition, give me just 1 of the minutes, because I'd love to just hand back my food. So give me a second. I'm coming back soon. Till then, you just enjoy the team's rotations, because it's only the second stage and we're gonna have a long battle. But okay, we see another game happening here. So before I get back to the handover process, I see here Team DMTs. This Team DMT, the team is fighting from the quarry side, where Team AKAZAYA is taking the eliminations. And also Team AKAZAYA is having a lead. Yeah, but that's what I call leads, because, you know, 2 of the knocks were made. So that's a lead count. I can count that. W Esports lost those 2 players. It's Momo, Vovo, Soso, Yo-Yo. What a name. I love that. Okay, I didn't notice that earlier, but it's entertaining. The team is having the path. DMTs, while fighting with Team ASTs and Venom GR being chased away. Hunter would eliminate the kill. And that's it. The teams are just looking forward for a good position to hold on for now. At least for now. Now, it's time for me to hand over the food. Okay, I'm back once again, gentlemen, and my job is done. Now it's time to watch out for the total competition. Gentlemen, it's indeed yeah, it's indeed DYD on screen with us, making some rotations for now. Simple. You're just outside of the zone, so you need to make an entry inside. But the real competition begins on the grand finale. It's just the survival. Definitely survival is more important, because if you do not survive, then how can you play for the championship title? And that's why it stands in more important part. Now, team of FNxTOP eSports. This is a big situation for the team as the ground floor was taken out, and now the grenade was being charged accurately, and that's how team of FNxTOP eSports survives for now. But team VE eSports has gotten their eyes locked inside for this compound. They definitely love to trace some players, as you see Kibola would be rescued up before team V8 closes in. 3 seconds more needed. 0 seconds. The rescue is completed. Second stage is being shifted, and now FNxTOP are getting ready once again to fight back. Where Momo making a knock, and also after finishing the knock would be sacrificed himself. FNxTOP eSports getting a backstab. No backstabs. Okay, the player is in close. The gun switch was smooth, but Kibola was too late as DIVA had a locked in on Kibola. Fury, being locked in by Tommy. And that's the angle, the flank angle, the power of angles I was talking about. Actually, the slip of tongues comes in on this holy month because I do fasting every day. What a grenade, what a grenade. Look at this DX page. One of the players being dramatically taken out by a grenade, and then Stubbs somehow got a clean room to be in to dodge those grenades. He dodged it, Stubbs. That's a DBS. The player got caught up red-handed, and the Stubbs eliminating WE eSport. With just 1 elimination, WOs are gone. Syndicate with just 2 eliminations, they're gone. On the 14th position, still there are more red zone teams to get back in the green zone. One of the teams would be DYD and Dark Horses, and also team DCM I'd love to count out. No, I'd love to count in actually on the red zone. It is MAKPEN and also MAKPEN sir. Smooth till now. Only 3 players are participating in this game. Why not 4? I don't think so. Maybe some of the difficulties they faced while getting back in room. Dark Horses. This is a bad positioning for Dark Horse as they can be, losing their players by multiple angles. They need to be careful about different angles. That's DYD on the eastern part, southern side. DMT from the kill feed fighting with team DX Space, making the first knock. It's team DCM TMT on this quarry side. The third zone definitely must be in this side. Yeah, we saw it earlier on the very beginning of the game that the zone was centered in quarry, and that's why the teams are taking this side. It's indeed a great moment for DMT. 48 minutes, we got it. Ilan was taken out by a sweet, smooth spray from an AUG with a 4x scope. That was amazing. Niggs taken out. Dima, DDX are also fighting with V8, and V8 for the first time, maybe they lost one of the players. Yeah. The first competitor team, VE ISSL, are gone with only one of the eliminations. They even, they're just on top. So we should talk about them later. But somehow team DXPs got close with team VE ISSLs. You can notice that as DXBs are counting total 50 points for now. Only 22 more points needed. Not 22 but 20. Yeah, 22 more points needed to catch up the speed of VE ISSLxNRCs. It is a team V8 and AKAZAYA and MAKPENs. I'm watching for AKAZAYA. Definitely the team holds for the zone. It's 8 eliminations by their side, and AKAZAYA are just being prepared. Okay. The entry is smooth. No backstabs, no trace, no vehicle finishes actually. Okay, no cutoffs. Great, but DDX on the backhand. And Mahu somehow saw that player. Did he wanted to take out the player? No, I think not. Elan wants to get on top to that little compound. He wants to use his vehicle as a support to just be on top. He just needed a support. It is indeed LF AKAZAYA once again watching out for Berry, watching out for the rest of the teams and the rotation paths. MAKPEN understood what to do. That's in hovercraft. Yet he still tried to he tried to blast an hovercraft, and an hovercraft has the same amount of health as a BRDM, so you cannot blast that hovercraft from such a long range, and that was a mistake. Now AKAZAYA is just making the slam-ins. Drag. He just covered his team from the shack. Now he understands there is another player, but he was going so close to the second knock, but he missed it. Manu would come up with the next knock, as yet would be the final player to survive. Used a pre-grenade. One of the grenade goes, two of the grenade goes, but still he took out good damage. And then the third grenade blasted it. Oh, look at the knock by Yeti. Inside there is a Molotov, and Yeti couldn't survive anymore, as Mahu used a great utility inside with an IQ utility, you must say, but NTR still inside. One of the grenades from Mahu took two of the players, but before even Mahu finishes the kills, those two knocks were just being rescued. Yeah, that will be rescued, but hey, no, the battle is not ended yet in V8. Watched out for all of this, and now it's the V8's turn, and then Teru 77k just dodged the grenade by getting inside of the hovercraft, and that's it. Teru 77k knows where the rest of the two players are inside, and then Teru just spams in, and the Tommy gets taken out by Bladed's grenade, and then Berry comes in, but before he comes in, the battle was completed. NTRs was eliminating Team VE ISSLxNRC in such a great way. How many squads we just saw getting eliminated on the single compound? Yeah, that is a game, man. That is a game. One by another, or you might say one after another. Yes. One by another is also a good sequence in terms of that battle. But we see only the final top 8 teams being able to make it to this 5th stage. KAGE VI also being taken out. DDX are inside in the top 9th list for now. KAGE VI was taken out. DYD is still available. Dark Horses are available. DCMs are available. But this time team DCMs are making some mind game. DCMs are actually waiting for a great opportunity to hunt down for the chicken. Even if you talk about Team DDX, they are also going smooth with their positioning right now. Definitely it is a 5th stage, and you got a lot of areas to roam in, so DDX just needs to watch out for Team NTR at first. I see only the tag of NTR. Okay, too fast, too quick are the players of NTRs. Too quick is here. JD watched out for too quick, tried to knock him down, and then JD watching out for the rest of the players. Took a grenade in hand, tried to deliver it, but no, not now, as DMT Nader might watch for JD. If JD doesn't, he might get taken out. Silent! Taken out not only one but two of the players of Team NTRs. DMT Silent made in 1v2 clutch out there with an S12k, and then Silent taking total eliminations. Okay, those were confirmed. Envy has lost another one in the hands of DMT, and Hunter making a new knock with a new team, and that was Team DDX. 600 damage has been dealt by Hunter 99. That's overpowerful. We just saw the template coming in. Circle the closing. This circle is closing in within just 5 seconds more. Inter Esports are gone right now. Down to the final top 7 teams. DDX fighting with Team Dark Horses. Drak has been taken out with an S12k. And now Dark Horse, they're gone. I just took out the name. I was just reading out the kill feeds, but before I even complete that kill feed, the team was gone. Only the final top 6 teams left to deal for the chicken dinner. S299 fighting for the glory. Taken out Trash. Nido being chased down. Nido needs a rescue. But no, he cannot expect the rescue for now as he is in such a bad position. But there comes the encounter by 48 men. And 48 men actually made a good knock. By making the knock, the team DMT ensures a good amount of time to rescue up the member once again. But no, it's not gonna happen. DXB actually stabbed Nido to his heart. Like, hey man, whatever happens, I'm not letting you to survive once again. Then JD gets traced down. DYD on the other side fighting with VEs. Two of the players, and he got traced out by ST99. Great play. DYD was taken out. And now we only have 5 teams left to settle for their scores. It's the only game where team DDX came back. Before they had 19 points and now, no, not 19, 16 points, and now they are counting more 3 points coming in. So that's it, 19 points in total for team DDX. They still need to survive a little bit long time from the bottom, from the red zone teams. There are no teams to challenge them for now. 6th zone, and Lucy is running for the zone so that he can avoid the blue zone damage. But no, in vain. It was not a successful attempt. It was too late by the fall damage. He lost the opportunity. 44X stressed out 2 of the players and gated them from getting inside on the 7th stage. DIVA Esports eliminated another squad. Now it's team DIVA Esports wants that rescue, but not happening. DCM DMT is the only team left who has the highest terms of manpower, but they're getting weak after team DDX understanding the momentum. They're just taking the advantage. Okay, they're just only 20 meters away to be inside. And that is the advantage for them because they're closer rather than team DMTs. So DDX Esports should use this opportunity. Now DDX uses a smoke, and after using the smoke, DDX actually expected some trace knocks, but look at that vehicle. It's smoking. It can be blasted anytime. Nick using the vehicle as a cover, waiting for the rest of the players to be coming in an open zone. It's a 2v2v1 right now. The battle has been converted down to the final top 3 teams. DCM DMT needs to be inside too, and that's why they made a rotation path. Ran over YSX. The second ran over, but that was close. The player got in inside the vehicle, and then he just got taken out. What an amazing gameplay. He just survived by getting inside as quick as possible inside of the vehicle. I was not hoping that, but that was insane. It was a quick IQ moment by him. And now OD4X, he knows where the rest of the 2 players are. He watches for a grenade. The grenade dealt a lot of damages with him, and the next grenade would have him completely. But no, he dodged it. He dodged the left side using another grenade. 48 minute maybe understood where the player might be, and OD4X needs to dodge the grenade. Okay, and silent finishing the final blow with the grenade. The chicken dinner counts for team DCM. Congratulations DCM for winning this 4th chicken dinner and securing their spot in between the top 9 teams. Only the 4th game has completed, and I see some sounds of, I heard the sounds of thunders, and it's just making some great sounds so that I get afraid that if my electricity gets blank, and I just pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala so that the electricity doesn't go right now, because we're just at the 4th game and it's just ended. So we'll have only the last match to go. I see DCM DMT on the chicken dinner list. Congo for you to 2386 total damages were dealt, and healings used of 482. Knockouts were 11 and survival time was 26 and 26, means 26 minutes and 26 seconds. What a matching thing. 9 eliminations total were coming out from team DCM's DMT, and 19 points they're counting right now by this game. Overall 4 points was contributed from Hunter Then Silent contributed 4 eliminations. 48 Min just contributed one of the eliminations and dealt a good amount of damage. And then Nado dealing some damages but not getting any eliminations, but still that was a great attempt. If Nido was alive, he would have contributed such a good number too. DXB Club has got their MVP member. Yes, on this MVP list it's JD with his 5 eliminations and 903 damages. 7 knocks were there and total 525 of heals. We can see survival time of 24 minutes and 16 seconds. We saw 26 minutes in total on the survival rank. If and only if DXB Club could survive a little longer, they would expect they could increase 1 or 2 more points for their team to be competing with the leaderboard. Now it's a great thing that we see new MVPs from new different teams, because as per the start or as per the beginning, VE ISSL alliances did a great play, and if they played or if they would have played exactly as the same as the first game, then definitely the team would only have their players on the MVP lists. But no, it's not always the same. Yeah, you only can use one of the matches. Now still 1 more matches to go, and I hope so the team VE ISSL Alliance would be still on top after the 5th game. I hope so, but anytime anything can happen on a competitive match, so we cannot judge that earlier. JD is getting the most eliminations title here with 5. Then Hunter is having the highest damage from DMT. NTR has their member Too Quick on the most grenade eliminations. From Dark Horse, it's Drac 03X who's getting the longest elimination of 303 meters. And then V8 Esports having their member Roy as a top traveler on this match report list, where we saw him traveling 12 kilometers. On the previous game it was 11 kilometers, and in this game it's 12 kilometers. Nice. It's increasing by the players. Now the match standings: DCM DMTs are counting 19 points, DU Esports are counting 12, DXB Club are counting 12 too. 10 points by LF AKAZAYA, and all of the points were taken from only the elimination side. DDX Esports are counting 8, and another team with 8 total points, and that's NTR Esports. 6 points for 4 of the teams: DOID, V8 Esports, FNxTOP and XTREME Esports. And not for 4. For 4 of the teams. Right. Dark Horse are taking 4 points. AST Gravities are taking 3. Syndicates are taking 2. 1 point for 3 of the teams: MAKPEN, VE ISSLxNRC and W Esports. Now LOVINS KAGE VI and LOVINS VZZ, both squads are getting empty-handed. BLKs and XFxLEGENDS are not also getting any points from the game. The match standings got ended. It's time to witness the overall top players list and then the overall standings. At first, the overall top players after post-match for Irangal. It is Shasti from VE NRC still on top with his 17. Lucifer, Jimmy, that remains the same, man. Dude, they're just, they're just so happy. Like, our first matches performances were enough to defend us for the next 5 games. What's happening? JDs are counting 12 eliminations. ST99s are counting 13 eliminations. Okay. The DU has got one of the players. DXB has got one of the players. But VE ISSL has got 3 of the players, and still those 3 are on top 3 list. Now, it is the time to witness the top 9th list. Let's start from the bottom. DCM DMTs with their 25 points, and DDX Esports are chasing for that 9th position. LOVINS KAGE VI, DYD, XFlegends, Dark Horse, BLK, AST Gravity, XTREME Esports, FNxTOP, W DIVA and W Esports are not getting any entry till now. And still 1 more match will be left to make an entry from this red zone teams. And now I see DCM DMT slightly with 1 point of advantage rather than DDX Esports having the 9th position. Syndicate expecting the 27, but the same point counts for MAKPEN too. Then your city NTR with the 29, DU Esports with the 31, LF AKAZAYA with the 34, VE Esports with the 34, DXB Club with the 56. Wow, just wow, look at that. DXB Club are now counting 56 points. Nice, only 16 points needed for Team DXB Club to touch for in a VE ISSLxNRC. But gentlemen, it's not the grand finale, it is the semi-finale, and definitely on the semi-finals, the competition is getting on nerve. Right now, we see only one more matches left. Yeah, but the stamp from DXB and DCM on Ronda Nirangal, it makes me happy. Their stamp from MAKPEN and their stamp from VE ISSL Noob Alliance. After the chicken, I was like, let me be silent. I do not want to talk with you or about you because you are out of the list. So the competitors and the competitions that I was expecting is going as smooth as it is. It is. Gentlemen, welcome back after just the fresh 4 games. Yes, you are watching 00 South Asian Clash Season 1. The semi-finals is running right now, and we just completed our map rotation of Miramar, Irangal, Rondo and Irangal. Now it's the last game of Miramar, and 21 teams are ready to go and fight for the top 9 slots, as only the top 9 teams are getting qualified to the grand finale. Definitely to the groups on the semi-final stages, and both groups has only 9 slots. Definitely from every single group, only 9 teams are getting qualified. That is the competition for this stage for now. As after the flight pad, lots of teams are jumping to the drop directed locations. I see Lost Linus has been marked as a hot drop location by a lot of teams gathering to that location. And then Pecado is only having one of the squads, and that will be Team LF AKAZAYA. Okay, it's not bad. Montenegro, there we can see to the teams going in. Tumasera, we can see to the teams counting in. And on the truck stop side, I see to the teams. Okay, on power grid I can count to the teams. On the graveyard I can count to the teams. Okay, so we got lots of locations on this map particularly to be marked as a hot drop location. So let's see what happens next after this battle ends and this match ends. Which top 9 teams would be qualified to the finals, right? So let's watch out for the tabletop. Yeah, okay, the match standings says this time it will be suspense. It will be a great suspense, because now if we know what is the competition, the story would be clear that the red zone teams are not getting any highlights. Okay, so that's a great part, and also suspense is great to make the engagement and also make the attentions better and better. Right now this is the first knock I can see from DXB side. Ola is using a mini 14 and making the first knock out there, and the knock was happened against BLK. And BLK, okay, if I can guess, if I may, the guess is like BLK is having a mid combat, and that's why Team BLK stands in. Now BLK needs to rescue up, where Nix 8 using a mini 14 once again, using the mini 14 he made to the knocks by dealing headshots, such an accurate shots we might say. Then it's Poison, okay, watching to provide an ADS for his teammate. Switched his view to an FPP, watching it for the players, making the pre-fires and dodging the pre-fires, finishing the player. Wow, what an strategy. You saw that? He was just before he made some entry, he just used a PS spray as long as possible so that he gets, he maximizes the damage, and that was the maximum damage dealt. That's how the maximum damage dealt. I'm having a headache right now, but okay, it's okay for us because we are in a good moment. The moment is for the top 9 teams. DDX were able to be inside on the top 9 list after the last game ends. That was on Irangal. Now this Miramar tells us some stories. Stubbs eliminating Odin and Pinchu. Okay. Now both kills gets confirmed. Then, oh, this is the third knock. What? Ola and JD made an encounter. That is a retaliation fire. Not bad. DMT has a grenade in hand. That's Hunter. The grenade goes down, but it dealt no damage with any of the opponents. That's DDX. And right now we saw Hunter just, following through the stairs. And now Hunter was getting chased down by YSX. If you follow the roads like that, such an honest thing to do, you would obviously get stressed out by your opponents. Yeah, sometimes you need to switch your paths in a jiggle way or in a good way so that you can maximize the cover. The thing is, you have to maximize the cover and minimize the hills and also minimize the damages of yours. So that's how you can win in a close combat or in a head-to-head game. For now, I see Team WE Esports being the first team to be eliminated, but I feel so sad for the teams WE Esports for not getting qualified because the teams BLK, DO and VZs would not have any more opportunities left to be in on the top 9 list after being eliminated on this last game, because it is the last opportunity for the teams, right? Yeah, now it's time for Team DDX. After the first battle, this team counts 4 from the eliminations, and now they lost one of the members. That's Nafla, maybe 47, Nix 8 and YSX. These 3 members are left, and now the members are just watching for the whole city. They do know that the northern part was taken away by double Divas, and now DDX waiting for best positions to be taken in, and the first zone is still stable. From Tumasara, Team Syndicate, maybe they have completed their first battle. From Truck Stop, the battle is not yet ended. It is Team DYD still holding on to the position of Truck Stop. That geographical location is not that great if their opponent is taking the high hills, because from the high hills the Truck Stop can be totally covered. So that is a situational advantage that we are counting here. For now, it's the zone and the mini screen at the same time. We see 18 teams in the survival with 64 players, and still the first zone is getting shrinked for now, as DU are holding on the northern western corner to make an entry on the first stage, but making some time. They're making some delays. Before making an entry, this team is analyzing the situation of the geographical positioning by other teams, 4 other teams, like where they are before, because if you lose the informations about the teams, where they are and what they're planning and where their splits are, you might be in a suicidal zone if you don't analyze the situation properly. Now it is indeed Team Syndicate, and Syndicates are counting their 4 elims. Yeah, we guessed it, that Syndicates were having one of the teams close to them, and the team dealt with the battle successfully without losing a player. So that's a successful rate, like 100% success rate to be winning in this type of battles, because draw clash battles are always 50-50. You might lose your whole squad, or you might lose some of your members. But look at this situation, as Manu would get stressed out, but no, Io somehow he survived while Cloud took out Mahu. And then Soli made an encounter with Cloud. Cloud is taken out from the kill feed. It's Team DYDs to be fighting with Team DXPs, and DXP clubs are gone. Because of Team DYDs, the Truck Stop battle was dealt, and DYD would be the winner. Then LF AKAZAYA, if we look at them, This team has got a big responsibility to rescue up the members, at the same time to deal for the team Syndicate, for the flanks to not reach to the backyards, because if the team is getting surrounded, that'll be a big problem. Yeah, team Syndicate has been surrounded, and now Mad being secured by Goodbye. Okay, so that's a new team. Not a new team, but that team is named as AST Gravity, that is taking interests in this fight. Now Intensity being caught up by Manu. What an angle by AKAZAYA. Io would be the final player left. Okay, team Syndicate, they may be losing. No, the vehicle comes close. The player was spotted. Now Manu knows where the player is. Only thing they need to do is to chase down the attention. And now Io uses a pre-fire, but then the flank angle does the job. Oh wow, what a job. Nice. 2-2 flank. And that was a successful attempt. What an execution style. XFxLEGENDS, while they lost Genie. Now Goodbye is in problem. He got a bad situation out there. Then Megumi from the kill feed makes a knock. It's against XFLEGENDS. KAGE is losing all the players. Okay, now I see air is running out quick. I might lose my electricity as quick as possible, as soon as it rains outside in my area. So definitely I can hope for the electricity to get a cut off, and I definitely don't have an IPS backup today. Not today, but for the rest of the month. So it will be problematic for me to continue with such a risk. So I'm just taking a big risk with the reputation of Kurkiark. Like, hey, let's play with my own reputation. Let's see if I can complete the event. So yeah, if you don't hear me from next, understand that my electricity is gone, but I'd love to get a comeback with my phone, as I've got it backup, but not any laptops I got here, because my laptop is also gone just 2 or 3 months ago. 3 months maybe, I can count, but that's not important.
I think you can hear me, guys. So for the casualty, I think our cast is pretty much raising the power cut right now. So yeah, I'll be the cast for the next few minutes of the game. I'm feeling a little bit tired and a little bit off today, but however, yeah, I'll try to do my best and yeah, give out the best for you guys. Just don't mind the keyboard clicks and all, because I'm the one who's manually handling out the production as well. So yeah, nevertheless, guys, already we are seeing the top 9 teams, the top 15 teams actually. So I just hit out the overall standings to make you guys a little bit curious about who will be the top 9 teams qualifying for the grand finals, guys. So nevertheless, guys, we are seeing the players of the VE ISSLxNRC having just 2 eliminations. We saw that they were pretty much dominating the last couple of games as well. But however, yeah, this is the decided game for them as well. So yeah, if they are not able to get those placement points and those eliminations in need, especially on a game like this, the 5th and the last game. And if you talk about DDX Esports, just on that trends margin actually, with 4 eliminations back on their line. So yeah, just I think they would try to get as much of those eliminations as they possibly can to just survive and just get a chance in getting a position on the top 9 leaderboard. So nevertheless, guys, we are seeing from the side they have one person knocked down. That's a person of VE Esports actually. So that's Blade getting knocked down, and the revival comes in successfully. So that's from the side of DIVA or WE Esports DIVA. The player of DIVA gets the knockdown. But nevertheless, guys, it's already going up towards the side of the stage 3 of this zone. So we are seeing maybe getting knocked down. So that's a Roy taking the knockdown of maybe, and maybe gets confirmed as an elimination, just like that. So yeah, already 2 people down for DDX Esports, guys. I don't think they will be happy regarding this. So nevertheless, guys, yeah, let's move on with the match and see. So if you talk about XTREME Esports actually, so XTREME Esports having won the eliminations, but 4 of their people alive, and we need to actually talk about the zone. So the zone has actually gone centering to the side of Shumasera, while the players of pretty much the teams who usually love to hold that center position, especially ISSLNRC, just casually yeah, doing what they do best, getting that center position, while MAKPEN also joins with them on center position, holding the Chumzera mountains.
In 1 2 we are back again. Differences from my audio, because I lost my PC for now because there is no electricity. So I hope so you guys will bear me for the rest of the game, as I see a lot of teams right now. But okay, I might have some interruptions. Give me a second. Okay. Back once again, I believe, and now I'll just start on the auto rotate and I'll just continue. Such a great attempt by the organization, because great visual here, and also I'm having the broadcast good, but I need to make it in a good shape. Wait a minute. I have to watch this game as quick as possible. Okay, now I can expect the full screen view as Team Double O Divas are gone. I just came back and I saw Team Double O team getting eliminated. Only the final 12 teams are left, and Team Syndicate, Team DXBs, Team Divas, Team BLKs, Team LGNs, Team GR, Team Top, and Team Dios and VZs are gone. We only have 12 teams to go. DCM, they're in trouble. MAKPEN, they have only two of the members. Dark has full roster alive. NTR has full of the team. XTR has three of the members, only one of the players in the loss. Deus has one of the members, and Rage has two of the members. Right, DYDs has two of the members too, but DDX only has one of the members left to continue to the rest of the game. Now DYDs only, and those eliminations were given from only one of. Now DYDs, from their side, they are studying their path from the western edge to the Tumatsera, and then I see Team D. Okay. No. No. It is indeed the brawl that I was expecting, and that was started. The player which contributed Team DY been chased down, and now Team DYD only counts one of the members. Then Team DU Esports is gone for now on the 12th position of the game. Only then the rest of the 11 teams fight out. It is indeed the fiercest phase. Viet's Blade is on the kill feed and eliminated only one of his single player, and that single player continued the game from the team of DCM MT. And with the player being gone, the team is gone. 600 damage was dealt from Manu, and he's overpowered right now. Then 16 to make 2 of the knocks. That is great from LF. AKAZAYA. I hope so. And now AKAZAYA are just fighting with VE ISSLxNRCs. But according to the first match, ISSLNRC are still on top. And according to the previous 4 games, I'm counting it all, still the team holds on the top position. Now there is Team V8 Esports, scouting out the location, finding out the area, and now wow, what was that? Tommy, did he encounter one? Yeah, is done, and then Sana came in and took down Caesar. While it's only the final 10 teams remaining on this list, and now Team DDX Esports are gone too. Then LOVINS, KAGE, VI, final top 7 team may be gone. Okay, it's maybe MAKPEN. Not bad. Now the rest of the teams needs to compete. Team NRGs 7-7k, and that took out VH Blade. VH Esports are gone to the Grenade R and Team XTR. You can count them getting eliminated sooner. Yeah, the Grenades are getting his HP, DDBs, and now he is gone to XTR. Yeah, Extreme Esport. Another squad is gone. We're down to the final top 4 teams, gentlemen. And this is Team Dark Horse for you. Still waited for a long time. But there will be a great competitor competing with Dark Horse, and that is VE ISSLNRC. Still waiting for the rest of the teams to come back for the chicken dinner. Another aggression to be happening in Dark Horse. Wow, Dark Horse, nice. But NTR Esport, if you talk, what's happening with Team NTR?
Okay, I see them with only a bad position. They need to make an entry. Entry is too fast. Made an entry. And took out one of the players of Dark Horse. Is it the second one? Yes, it is indeed. Dark Horse lost to the second and third one. And ISSL also got one. So Dark Horse needs some time to reposition themselves, recalibrate their positions. But no, it's not gonna happen. They cannot recalibrate first one to be eliminated by this or in within this just survived that as Sasti knows where India's too fast is and Sasti can go with his praise dark horse on one of the players from India too fast quick find his weapon takes it in hand and shot the final round, and that's how VEISSLxNRC celebrating the last chicken dinner today from Group A on the semi-finals stage. What a game by this single team. This team started by winning the first match, and this team ended the competition today from this Group A by finishing the last match with style. And now they're counting total 2,117 damages. They have dealt 685 total heals, and they had total 10 knockouts, 24 minutes and 48 seconds survival time, and 16 total eliminations. On the first game we saw them taking 27 eliminations. Now on the final game we see them taking 16 eliminations, and that means this team is literally the consistent one that you were looking about. Yeah, now they can gather a lot of fan base according to their current performances. Definitely this team, according to their game plan and execution styles and the dominations inside the competition, there was total 21 teams including them, and definitely excluding them 20 teams. So yeah, it must be happening. For now you see the chicken dinner stats as Sasti contributed 3 eliminations while Lucifer contributed 5, then Sana contributed 3. On Shasti's side, although he managed to convert the damages into the kills of 3, but still Lucifer, according to the balanced gameplay, he gets the MVP title. But although it's the same player from NAVE ISSLxNRC, he got 265 damages and also 4 knocks and 3 assists were there. 43 total hills and 24 minutes and 48 seconds of survival time. Now I see Lucifer getting the highest eliminations. Manud from Akazaya getting the highest damages. It's about 687, and then Tommy from V8 gets the most eliminations, and also Tommy being a double star here while having the longest elimination title too, with a meter of 338. Nice. And then ST99 is having the top traveler title here once again by traveling 12 kilometers in the single game. Then we see the match standings in AVEISSLxNRC is having the 26 points, India Esports having the 14 points, LF Akazaya getting 11, 8 points for VT Sports, 6 points for Dark Horse, 5 points for XTREME Sports and DYD, 4 points for 4 of the teams. One is the MAKPEN, second is the DDX, third is the Syndicate, fourth is the DXB Club, and then 3 points for to the teams like LOVINS, KAGE, VI, and then Double or DIVA. Yeah, now we can count 2 points for total 5 squads. It will be DIVA Esports, FNxTOP Esports, XFxLEGENDS, ASTX Gravity, and BLK. But the rest of the 2 teams gone empty-handed. It is DCM, GMT, and Double O Esport. The match got ended successfully. Nice to see this.
The match schedule says after post match 5 Miramar, the match 1 got stamped by VE ISSLxNRC. The match 2 got stamped by MAKPEN. The match 3 got stamped by DXB. The match 4 got stamped out by DCM. And the match 5 was won from the same team who started the event with a chicken dinner. That is team VE ISSLxNRC. Now, the overall top players list, it will definitely be Sasti, who is taking 20 eliminations over 5 games and dealing 3,242 total damages with 14 knocks, and the survival average time was 18 minutes. Great gameplay. Then you see Lucifer and Jimmy on second and third. Then we see JD from DXB and ST99 from DEU. Wow, great play. 13 from the bottom and 20 on the top. 2000 damages on the bottom and 3242 damages on the top. Not bad. It is such a great competition, but Lucifer competed with his own teammate, still couldn't catch with the number of damages. Now, the thing is, we have seen the overall top players. Now it is time for us to find out who will be qualified, right? Yes. Only the top 9 teams are getting qualified. This is the overall standing. Gentlemen, NAVE, ISSL, NRC are getting qualified with 98 points after 5 games. 69 total eliminations were there. What a number. And then DXB Club getting qualified. LF AKAZAYA with their 45 points getting qualified. Inter Esport with their 43 points getting qualified. VE Esports are getting qualified. DIVA Esports getting qualified. MAKPEN getting qualified. Syndicates getting qualified. DDX Esports getting qualified. Oh my goodness, DDX at the end, they are in to the finals, but feels so bad for DCM DMT because they were so close with only just 3 points of gap. They couldn't make it through the grand finals. And then team DYDs, Dark Horse, Lovins, KAGE VI, XFlegends, XTREME Esports, BLK, AST Gravity, FNxTOP Esports, and double DIVA, double Esports are not getting qualified. But hope for the best on upcoming next stages, gentlemen. This was the semi-final stage and Group A. Tomorrow we'll watch out for Group B on the same semi-finals stage, and then from Group A the top 9 teams, and then from Group B the top 9 teams. This total 18 teams will fight for the championship title on the event. That's it, gentlemen. It's me, Quirkiork, on the caster desk today. You might know me as QR Camor. We might met previously, but this is such a great time once again to meet you with you guys, and it was such an entertaining moment to have with you. And thanks for having me today. Allah Hafiz. See you tomorrow. Tada. Bye. Bye bye.